Well, hi, my name's Ian and I want to welcome you to another 5-minute family devotion here at Engadine Heathcote Anglican Church. Now today and over the coming days, we're going to be looking at parables that Jesus told, stories that tell us about God's kingdom. Now today we're going to look at a parable that Jesus told about a man who had become very, very wealthy and had lots and lots of stuff. It's from Luke chapter 12, verses 13 to 21, and follow along if you get a chance. But to make today a little bit even better, I'm going to try and sing today's parable. So I hope it goes okay. Let's give it a go. Once there was a man who came up to Jesus. He said, "Jesus, won't you help me? My brother has taken all of our inheritance. I really want some money." Okay. How would Jesus respond? Let's see. Jesus said, "Watch out, mate. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Your life is more than all of your possessions." And then he told them this parable to heed. Well, let's find out about this story, this parable that Jesus spoke to the man. Once there was a farmer who had a really good year. All of his fields produced lots of crops. What would he do with all the crops he gained? 'Cause he had nowhere to store them all. He said to himself, "I know what to do, 'cause all my barns aren't big enough. I'll knock them all down, then I'll build some bigger ones. Then I'll relax and take life easy." Sadly, the story doesn't end that well. It didn't work out like he had planned, even though he thought he had all his life in front of him. But sadly, he found out that the end was at hand. God spoke to him, he said, "Mate, you're a fool. You think you've got all this stuff. Tonight your very life is demanded from you. Who's gonna get all the stuff that's left?" Now, hopefully the man who was listening to this parable realized that he was a bit naive. He was fighting his brother to make sure he had more money up his sleeve. Jesus said, "This is what it's like for those who store up lots for themselves and forget the most important lesson. Make sure you are rich towards God." Well, there you go. Jesus spoke this parable to remind us that if we spend our whole life trying to be richer and richer and have more and more stuff, then we've made a really bad decision. You see, people who forget about God and try and get really, really rich, well, to God, they're really, really poor. And the best way to be truly rich, in the absolute best way, is to trust in Jesus. Because being friends with Him forever is by far the very best thing. Now, in a couple of seconds, a couple of questions are going to come up on the board. And as a family, I want to invite you to read, to think, and to pray. Now, pause the video as you do each one of those together as a family. And remember, also keep sending through your photos, and we'll say good day to you in the next coming